Good afternoon and welcome everyone to today's episode of Youth Hub. I am Hosanna Okorafo and we are excited to explore, in depth a topic that affects all of us, especially the younger generation, the impact of television on youth, from educational content to entertainment. Television has been a major influence in shaping opinions, behaviors, and even aspirations of the youth and everybody in general. Today on the program, we have a guest who is an advocate for youth leadership and media influence. He will be sharing his encounters and perception on the topic. Let's take a quick break. Please stay with us. Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. I have here with me Mr. Innocent Effiong. Good afternoon and welcome to the program. It's nice to have you, Mr. Innocent.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm so happy to be here.
It's been a while.
Yeah, thank you. It's been a while.
I mean, I love your whole regalia. You really look prepared to talk to them.
Thank you.
Welcome to the program. Welcome to the program, sir.
You. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome. This is Youth Hub. All right, without any further ado, Mr. Innocent, to start off, I'd like to, I'd like to ask you to share your initial thoughts on television, how it has impacted youths of today. What do you think about the television?
Oh, well, thank you very much for that question.
You're welcome, sir.
That question is a very, very important question at this point. For me, the impact of television is a huge one.
Right.
But also, I know it has a negative aspect of it, you understand?
Yes.
But for now, I'm looking at the positive impact of it because I think a lot of content, quality content that have been coming out from the television space has really enriched young people with knowledge, understand, and exposed them to a lot of skills, in terms of public speaking is one of them, So for me, that's one of the impacts, that television has really brought in the space of young people.
Yes, young people. Yes, that's quite true and quite interesting. In as much as everything that has a pro has a con. Okay, now let's dive deeper into some specific areas of about the impacts of this whole television thing on youth. What are the most significant, positive and negative impacts of television on youth?
Okay, like I said earlier, the positive impact, on youth, is one. It creates a kind of a learning background,
for youth,
for young people to learn.
Yes.
Because I remember where I was coming from, watching television, has really helped me to
our life
scale
those
up.
Days, sometimes those days when our fathers used to put television, we used to be angry. What is wrong with this new stuff?
Yeah, it's true. But over the years, I've really gained so much in watching television. But it depends on individual value, the interest.
Yes.
Interest. For me, I always look at the positive part of it, where I learn a lot, in terms of how to, how to relate with people, in terms of social, even emotional intelligence. Also, it's part of the things I learn through television engagement. We look at our system now, like the political system. Like I'm a young person in the civil space. You understand? I love more of a program that has to do with governance, that has to do with our economic system. It has to do with anything that has to do with educative information that can help me and help. I would like to know, to engage myself, because I'm a kind of person I don't like to mislead people, because misinformation also.
Yes, you like to get good, get your facts right.
Get the fact right, because if you don't engage positive programs, you may mislead a lot of young people.
Especially young people.
So in that space, I find myself, learning so many things, in terms of, newscasting, the people broadcast news, I listen to news and listen to what happens in Nigeria, and it helps me, to understand what is happening in the society at the time.
Yes.
So for me, that is.
So for you, it has a positive impact.
A positive impact.
Quite positive. Okay, can you share any personal experiences or examples from your work? I know you're an advocate for youth, and you also handle media. I know you're included with a lot of media stuff and all of that. Can you share any experiences to illustrate this impact?
Okay. Thank you very much. For me, I think I remember my first engagement in in an interview, a television, a station called me on a program. Wow. And called me out for an interview. So for me, it was something very interesting, because that was my first experience, to find myself in the television view. And I know what happened after I feature on that set, because people were calling me, I saw you. So for me, it exposes what I do.
The exposure. It's quite a platform.
That exposure, what a big one for me, you understand? And it also helped a wider range of people to understand what I'm doing. At this point, you understand? People get to know what I'm doing, and people get even to know my personality and the area of my profession. So it was a very huge one for me. So that was one of the impact. I think that was one of the stations at is it Love FM?
Which year was this?
That was like 3 years ago.
Wow! So, you've been in this process long coming.
Yeah.
And gradually you're getting to the front of it
all. So I was opportunity to be invited to talk about youth peace
advocacy.
Yeah, peace advocate. What is going on. And that then was during the election period. So
wow,
it was a big one for me to feature and speak what I've been doing in a low key, behind the scenes. So that exposure was a big one for me.
Wow. So in as much as this exposure is there, how do how does television, or what do you think the influence has been on youth culture and identity? Has there been any influence on youth, this television of a thing?
Yeah, thank you very much for that question. Yeah, it has been, but it depends, because every individual or young person has interest. Their interests are varies.
Yeah,
you understand? Some people may like the one that brings value. Some people may like the other one that crazy. You know what I mean by young people. Having that. So that diversity can never be taken away.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
It's there. You understand? But it depends on for individual interest.
So talk of diversity. I know that you are into, you're a volunteer for NGO, and you're also a community engagement in SEPAS. Yeah. So delving into your career or into the path that you have chosen, do you think TV accurately reflects the diversity of youth experiences today? I mean, you engage with lots of youths, you diversify with them, you're versatile, you attend so many programs. Do you think TV accurately reflects diversity in youth?
Yeah, I would say yes.
Okay.
I would say yes in the sense of when young people come together.
Yeah.
TV helps to to unite their perspective, their views, their idea. You understand? So for me, it creates that kind of synergy among young people.
Yeah.
You understand? It brings our idea together and also put us in the same level. So that has been one of the interesting area in TV youth diversity.
Okay. I remember when I was opportuned to work with one of the staff in CRBC, that is Cross River State Broadcasting Corporation. Okay. We were doing this carnival thing then, and we're told we're going to be featured, like just a backstage of how we dress up for carnival and all of that. The costume. So some of the girls were like feeling I don't know. They're feeling too, should I say, too important or too big. Talk of diversity. You know, the other one was saying, me, I'm an Igbo girl. I don't want to associate with. You know, she was just being. Some of them were just being all over the place. But the moment they heard that this was, they were going to show on TV. You know, as at then, TV was a very big deal. If you show on TV, you don't blow.
Yeah.
You be big girl, or if you just show for TV, you're a celebrity. So when the moment they heard that, different scenes from the carnival montage was going to be displayed, everybody was okay, I'm ready. I want to do. I was just looking at that, like, so is it not the same you people that we asking, come and do this interview, just to ask you, where is your costume from? Who made your shoes? Who made your that? So I think I cue into what you say, that it brings us to the same space. It makes us see things alike. So that brings me to my next question.
And shape our aspirations.
Right,
well. So.
Right. Yeah, that's true. So what roles does television play in shaping the aspirations and career choices of young people? Like you say, like it shapes our aspiration. What role does it play?
One is informative.
Okay.
Information, understand? Because information is the key. When young people engage television programs, you understand, it helps to widen their knowledge.
Yes,
you understand. Also, it empower them, like in terms of skill, develop their skill. Like I mentioned earlier, public speaking, and also apart from that, it also help them to look at role models. People they can look after, people they can
learn from.
They can learn for. You see young people say, I want to be like so person. I want to be like so person. I want to be, and also it brings them into the celebrity land space. You understand?
That's stardom. Limelight.
Everybody wants to be everybody want to see them, because everybody want to feature. Everybody want to be seen.
Yeah,
nobody want to be the dark. You understand? So that's for me.
So with this, you've said, are there particular genres or shows that you think are especially influential to the youth, that I think the youth will always want to indulge in?
For me, I will advise young Nigerians, because the issue we have, like I'm speaking from the area of my work, like a community, civil society person. Young people need to engage more in television, because every day we talk about, you hear news, you talk about things that are happening in the society, and most of them are not informed.
Yes,
and you see them
they do a lot of things with their phones, and I don't know what they're doing with their phones.
You go to social media, you see them bringing information that are not real, and there's this conflict of,
wrong information. Yes.
You understand? So for me, I think that young people should begin to find themselves, in programs that have value
to their lives,
the society.
Yes.
Like we talk about news, it's very, very important that everybody listen to news, because if you listen to news, we know the happenings of the happenings in the society day after, every day. So I advise young people to, and also advise young people to engage in educative programs
and shows,
TV shows, that can come and talk about their profession, talk about how they want to move from that profession and add value to the society. They need to broaden their perspectives, in engaging with television programs. So that's for me.
So you're indirectly saying they should get involved in Youthhub.
Why not? It's a very nice program. I love this program. I love this program. And I think I'm going to recommend more young people to come here and share, because we need to exploit this space.
Yes,
it's a space
definitely.
I didn't pay
it's
for
a platform for them. Yes.
I didn't pay for it. If I'm ought to pay for this time now, I won't have the money to do that. So this is a free space for young people to come out and speak up their views, perspective, bring something that can really help the society to grow. Because young people need to get involved. It feels like you are just leaving everything for our elders. Government cannot do everything. Our leaders cannot do everything for us.
Yes.
What can we do?
They need the youth.
What are you doing? That little space you are doing one or two things. Come to the come to a place like this and speak.
And sure,
speak up. You understand? Because through people hearing you, somebody from afar can even buy your idea and want to support you. Government must not have all the resources to support you. You check the number of Nigerian youth now. You know how our population is.
I mean, you can check the thousands of graduates people coming out and there are core members every day. 1,300
no job,
coming out, no jobs, and the only thing they can do for you is just give you entrepreneurship skills there. So
a television program can really help young people to develop their skills. Bring programs that can really upscale them, help them, both even entrepreneurship skills. They discuss it. Like you watch most of the program about economy. There are programs that young people can go. Like me, I don't play with opportunity. All the time I'm searching for opportunity.
Because you never can tell that one that would just.
I've done a lot of personal development, self-development. Like nobody taught me anything. I just find myself, get links that can really help me, do online courses, develop myself.
Yeah.
You understand? Watch programs that can really help me to package me so
add
that
knowledge to you,
future,
value. When you sit in the midst of people and you talk, people can really perceive someone who is intellectual. They can tell, okay, this person knows what they're doing. They know what they're saying. They know their T's and they know how to dot their I's and all of that. Okay, that's beautiful, Mr. Effiong. Yes, I got that right, yeah?
Yeah, that's my name.
Okay, coming up next, we'll be discussing how reality TV affects the behaviors and expectations of young viewers. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back. And if you're just joining in, we were sharing views on the impact of television on youth. Now let's continue, Mr. Effiong. With reality TV shows, how do you think reality TV affects the behavior and expectations of young viewers?
For me, I would say that reality show really has really, it has a diverse way from my own angle of approach.
From your own perspective.
Because I always use myself as an example. Because there are some reality show I will not waste my time watching.
To watch.
Yes.
Okay.
And I don't want to mention names,
Well, yes, well.
There are some reality show that I will not waste my time to, because it doesn't add anything to me. Sometimes it harms my emotions.
Really?
Yeah. Because some people are different. You understand? So,
yes.
But there's some reality show. There's some reality show that I love watching. That really expose me to the things I don't know. And also impart me in a positive way.
Yes.
You understand? Because that positivity is, but I so much embrace value.
Positivity and value, yes. Value. I mean, everybody does. I think everybody loves value.
Because value is everything.
It's everything.
Value is everything.
Yes.
Without value, So I don't know when you're, spending your resources or spending your time to watch things that will not add value to you. So I don't know where you're going. Understand? So for me, some reality shows, it have a negative side and a positive side. But for me, I choose
positive
side.
Things that can give,
can build me.
Things that are knowledgeable.
And something I can also transfer to people who are following me, because everybody has someone looking up to.
Yes, exactly. It's true. So are there any, ways to mitigate any effects of these programs on young viewers?
For me, I would say that sometimes it starts from the family, from the parental aspect. Because I remember when we were small, you said it here. Your parents have rules that guides.
Yes, that guides television. They were so particular about television. My dad especially.
I remember those days we used to go on the television in his absence.
Yes.
When we had the sound of his car, we use cold water to know if we can,
cool down the temperature.
You understand? So those things, at this in the society we are today, those things are not really realistic. The parents doesn't even.
Not even realistic. Those things are not being cultivated.
They are not being
yes, they're not being inculcated in young people these days.
I see anymore. Those things. Those things really help me. Help me in my upbringing.
Yes,
because
it
really checked me, monitor me, and make sure that I don't go out of the the rules.
Exactly.
So I think parents should always set a parental guide.
Especially when it comes to television.
When it comes to television, so that those children will not. Sometimes now.
Yes.
Some programs in your absence.
Some music kind of
absence, they can change their attitude, their mindset, even their actions. You understand? You know, because you know these things we talk visual
Yes,
and
visual,
sound
yes.
and sound. It has a power. It has power.
It has effects.
It has
Yes.
effects. You understand? So I think that for us to mitigate that, for the younger generation that are coming up, our parents need to set a boundary. You understand?
Yes.
You know, give them time to look at things they need to watch, what they have to watch that will bring impact, that will impact them, and the ones that is not necessarily you
scrap them off.
scrap them off. You don't put it there because those children will grow up and become. Then for the grown up ones, young people like us. Anyway, you know, you cannot go and start telling somebody that is out
This is
there.
what you watch.
So everybody
yes.
has his own value of interest. You understand? So, but I will say, I will advise young people to.
But Mr. Innocent, that is not it, because I don't know. I mean, even in my sister's house, my older sister, in her house, she has some TV channels crapped out. And the moment you start watching some kind of, and her children, she'll tell you, please, even as adults. She'll tell you, please, I don't watch this in my house. She has boundaries there. That
the culture.
she put, you would know. And the way she would say it, nobody will even tell you that, oh, you need to adjust. Please, I don't watch this. I don't like this station. I don't like this music. I don't like this. She'll just tell you that, I don't like it.
So
you have
I think people should start looking at all those
yes,
ways, you know,
yes,
to make sure that
true.
they, you know, to make sure that people, young people, get into right programs. You understand? Not the one that will change their mindset, their attitude, their actions. You understand? Because whatever, you know, young people, whatever they see is what they want to put up. So I think we need to start looking at all those ways to, you know, to make sure that we don't allow it to become a negative
effect on them.
Effect on young people.
Okay, so finally, Mr. Innocent, you know, there are some TV programs that are advisable. You know, in what ways can educational TV programs contribute to youth development?
Yeah, for me, educational program can really contribute so much to young people.
Yes.
You understand? Because it can help them widen their scope, their academic scope. You understand? Or their career scope.
Yes.
You understand? It can
even
help
entrepreneur,
them
even those that want to be entrepreneur.
Yeah, it can make them have a focus, a kind of a choice.
A redirection.
A direction.
Yes.
Yeah, let me put that. Yeah, a direction. You understand? So those are the things that can really, really help young people. And you know, when young people engage in things that has a positive impact, the society will also benefit.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
The society will benefit because everything we are doing as a human, we are doing it to support the society, to make sure the society
is a good place
to be. So
yes.
that is the development. You understand? It's a development.
Yes,
once you are able to transfer what you have learned
into people, into society, into actions.
Yes. You understand? Development has come. You understand?
Right.
And that's why I love volunteerism.
And that's how people grow.
And that's why I love volunteerism. You understand? You learn. You look at, you watch programs and you look at little challenges in society and you ask yourself, what can I do?
Be a problem solver.
Be a problem solver.
Yeah.
Don't be someone that will create more problems to society. You understand? Look at programs. This is, okay, I had this flood, so pleasant. What could be the challenge of those? Because all those things, they show you everything that is happening. Even in this time of rainy season, there are a lot of things happening. So as a climate activist, as a young person that really want to solve a problem, so what can you do at that point? You can educate people. You can talk to people how they waste, how they dump their waste, how waste management and the rest of them. So a lot of things you can do on your own as a young person. So this thing can really
help. Are there any programs you believe are exemplary in this regard that can help them? They can watch, click into.
Well,
there are so many programs.
There are so many programs, but for me, I love watching need telecast, like.
Yes, about you.
Those things that will bring information. You know, like during election time, Yaga Africa used to do one educative program to sensitize and educate people on how to cast their vote, how to get their PVC, how to do. So there are a lot of programs. You understand that young people can really put their mind, channel their mind, so that can help them. You know, some leadership talk, some leadership discussion or panel. You can sit down and watch them, and also come back and see how you can bring them into the society and implement them, and it works.
All right, that was really interesting. We've had a fantastic discussion today with Mr. Innocent on the impact of television on our youth and young individuals and viewers as well. Thank you to our amazing guest for sharing, your perception and, on the topic today, for enlightening them and, giving them a piece of your own cake. He who has ears, let him hear. Yeah. Okay. Remember, while television can, be a powerful tool for education and inspiration, it's important to be mindful of the content we consume and create. Very important. Very, very important. We really have to be mindful because people like things differently, and for where you want to be and where you're going to in life, you have to, scrutinize. You have to take away the things that do not help you in your own pursuit while, searching on this television site. All right, join us next time on Youthhub for another engaging and enlightening discussion. Until then, stay curious and stay inspired. I am Hosanna Okorafo.
Thank you.